The vast darkness of space stretched endlessly, a silent canvas punctuated by distant starlight. The human starship Horizon hummed with quiet efficiency, its crew monitoring the endless void for any unusual signals. Captain J. Park sat in his command chair, his fingers drumming softly against the control panel. Suddenly, a faint electronic whisper caught the attention of the communication systems. It was barely more than a static-laden pulse, weak and fragmented. Most crews would have dismissed it as space noise, but something about this signal felt different. Jay leaned forward, his eyes narrowing with concentration. "Enhance the signal," he commanded to his communications officer, a young woman named Kim Minji. Her fingers danced across the holographic interface, pulling apart the fragmented transmission. Layers of electromagnetic interference slowly peeled away, revealing something unexpected. The signal wasn't random. It was a deliberate distress call, encoded with complex mathematical patterns that suggested an intelligent origin. Its source appeared to be located in a treacherous sector known for its unpredictable radiation storms and dense asteroid fields. Jay studied the star charts. This sector was notorious among space explorers. Many ships had entered, few had returned. The key radiation levels were extreme, capable of destroying electronic systems within minutes. Any vessel caught in this region would be fighting for survival. "Calculate potential trajectory," Jay ordered. The ship's advanced AI began processing the signal's origin, triangulating its precise location. Minutes felt like hours as the computer worked, each second potentially meaning life or death for whoever sent the transmission. A three-dimensional holographic map materialized, showing a damaged vessel drifting precariously close to a massive radiation pocket. The ship's structural integrity was failing, with multiple hull breaches visible. Only one life sign remained detectable, a faint heat signature barely registering on their scanners. Minji looked up from her console. "Captain, the vessel's design doesn't match any known human or registered alien Confederation configurations. It appears to be from an unknown civilization." Jay understood the implications. This wasn't a standard rescue mission. This could be first contact with an entirely new species or a potential diplomatic incident. One wrong move could trigger interstellar complications. The ship's medical officer, Dr. Park Sung-ho, had already prepared emergency medical protocols. Unknown biological systems, potential radiation contamination, and the complexities of potential alien physiology required meticulous preparation. "Prepare rescue protocols," Jay announced. "We're going in." The Horizon's engines shifted, gradually adjusting course toward the distressed vessel. Radiation shields activated, creating a protective envelope around the ship. Advanced sensor arrays began scanning the surrounding space, checking for any potential threats or hidden dangers. As they approached, the damaged ship came into clearer view. Its hull was scarred and torn, evidence of a violent encounter. Massive energy burn marks suggested it had survived a serious attack. Whatever happened here was no simple accident. The rescue team assembled, wearing specialized environmental suits, designed for multiple atmospheric conditions. They checked their equipment methodically: radiation detectors, medical intervention kits, emergency communication devices, and advanced scanning tools. Jay knew the risks. This sector had claimed numerous exploration vessels. The radiation levels could kill within minutes if proper shielding failed. Their protective suits were experimental, designed to withstand extreme conditions, but no technology was perfect. "Prepare extraction point," he communicated to the team. "We have a limited window before radiation levels become critical." The Horizon's mechanical arms extended, preparing to create a secure connection with the damaged vessel. Precision was crucial. One miscalculation could mean total mission failure and potential loss of life. As they drew closer, the mysterious signal continued its weak transmission. Something, or someone, was waiting, holding on to life with remarkable determination. The unknown survivor had survived in this deadly environment, defying all logical expectations. What secrets did this damaged ship hold? What story of survival was about to unfold? Captain J. Park and his crew were about to find out. The rescue operation began with calculated precision. Jay's team moved through the damaged alien vessel, their boots making soft echoes against the metallic floor. Radiation sensors blinked constantly, warning of dangerous levels that would kill an unprotected human within minutes. Specialized cutting tools sliced through twisted metal corridors. Each movement was careful, deliberate. The ship's interior looked like it had been torn apart by something powerful. Not just an accident, but a violent encounter. Scorch marks lined the walls, suggesting an intense battle had occurred recently. Minji's scanning device picked up a faint life sign deep within the ship's central chamber. The signal was weak but consistent. Something, or someone, was still alive in this mechanical graveyard. The team moved forward, oxygen systems filtering out potential toxic atmospheres. Dr. Sung-ho remained alert, his medical kit prepared for any biological scenario. Unknown species could have completely different physiological responses to trauma. Their protective suits were designed to adapt to multiple environmental conditions, but first contact scenarios always carried unpredictable risks. As they pushed deeper into the ship, strange technological components became visible. The design was unlike anything in human records. Curved surfaces, intricate crystalline circuits, and organic-looking metallic structures that seemed to pulse with a strange internal energy. The life sign grew stronger. Jay signaled the team to slow down. Whatever survived here had endured something extraordinary. Survival in these conditions suggested remarkable resilience or advanced technological protection. Suddenly, a section of twisted metal shifted. The team froze, weapons and scanning devices aimed instantly. From beneath a fallen support beam, a figure emerged. Not a monster, not a machine, but a living being. A female with pale skin and complex technological implants covering parts of her body. Hana Kim, as they would later learn her name, looked more like a survivor than a victim. Her eyes were sharp, calculating. Despite being trapped and injured, she showed no fear. Instead, she seemed to be assessing her rescuers with an intensity that surprised the human team. International protocol requires identification, she spoke, in perfect, slightly accented human language. Her voice was calm, almost clinical. Jay was stunned. Not only was she alive, but she could communicate directly. This wasn't a simple rescue. This was potentially a first significant contact with an unknown civilization. Dr. Sung-ho approached carefully, medical scanners already analyzing her physical condition. Multiple micro-injuries were evident. Radiation exposure had damaged her cellular structure, but something in her biological makeup seemed to be actively fighting against environmental damage. "We are from the human exploration vessel Horizon," Jay responded. "Your ship was broadcasting a distress signal." Hana's response was unexpected. She pulled out a small crystalline device, carefully protecting it even as she struggled with her injuries. "This data must survive," she said, her voice carrying a sense of urgency that transcended personal survival. The rescue team quickly realized this was more than a simple extraction. Whatever Hana was carrying seemed critically important. Her determination to protect this device suggested information that could potentially change everything they understood about space exploration. Radiation levels continued to rise. They had limited time. The team prepared an emergency medical transfer. Special anti-radiation protocols activated. Hana moved with surprising agility, showing more strength than her initial appearance suggested. As they moved back through the damaged ship, Jay noticed strange markings on the walls. They looked like a complex language or technological communication system. Whatever civilization Hana belonged to was far more advanced than initial scans had suggested. The extraction was smooth. Within minutes, Hana was safely aboard the Horizon, her mysterious device secured. Medical teams surrounded her, advanced scanning equipment working to understand her unique biological structure. Dr. Sung-ho was fascinated. Her cellular regeneration capabilities were unlike anything in human medical records. Radiation that would kill a normal human seemed to be something she was actively fighting against. As the Horizon's medical bay buzzed with activity, one thing became clear. This was no ordinary rescue mission. Something extraordinary had just entered their world. and nothing would be the same again. The medical bay of the horizon hummed with advanced technology. Hana lay on a specialized medical bed, surrounded by holographic displays and complex scanning equipment. Dr. Sung-ho worked meticulously, his hands moving with practiced precision across various diagnostic tools. Her body was unlike anything they had seen before. Cellular structures seemed to repair themselves at an incredible rate. Radiation damage that would have killed a human was being systematically neutralized by her unique biological system. Small metallic implants beneath her skin pulsed with a soft blue light suggesting some form of advanced medical technology integrated directly into her body. Hana remained calm, her eyes observing everything around her. She wasn't a typical patient. She was studying her rescuers as carefully as they were studying her. When Dr. Sung-ho approached with a scanning device, she didn't flinch or show fear. Instead, she seemed curious about the human medical technology. "Your medical systems are primitive," she commented matter-of-factly, "but surprisingly effective for your technological stage." Captain J, watching from a nearby observation room, found her statement both insulting and intriguing. The crystal device she had protected so carefully during the rescue now sat in a secure containment unit. Initial scans showed it was more than just a simple data storage device. It was a complex technological artifact with multiple layers of encryption. Minji worked on decoding the device, her fingers dancing across holographic interfaces. Each layer they penetrated revealed more complex information. Star charts, scientific formulas, and what appeared to be detailed migration patterns of multiple spacefaring civilizations emerged slowly. The revelation was stunning. Hana's research suggested the existence of multiple advanced civilizations that humans had never encountered. Migration patterns showed complex interstellar movements, suggesting a level of space exploration far beyond human understanding. "This changes everything," Minji whispered, her eyes wide with excitement. "These migration patterns suggest entire civilizations have been moving through space in ways we never imagined." Dr. Sung-ho's medical analysis continued. Hana's body contained numerous technological augmentations that seemed to serve multiple purposes: medical protection, enhanced cognitive abilities, and some form of advanced communication system. Each implant was a marvel of biological and technological integration. When Hana finally spoke about her mission, the story became even more complex. She was part of a research expedition studying interstellar migration patterns. Her team had been tracking a mysterious energy signature that seemed to connect multiple distant star systems. "Something is moving," she explained. "Something big. An event that will change the balance of power in our known space." The crystal device contained warnings. Something was coming, a massive technological or biological shift that could potentially destroy or transform multiple civilizations. Her research was a desperate attempt to understand and potentially prevent this upcoming event. Jay understood the potential implications. If her research was correct, humanity might be on the brink of a massive interstellar conflict or transformation. The device contained information that could either save or destroy entire civilizations. As medical treatments continued, Hana's strength grew rapidly. Her body seemed to adapt to the horizon's environment with remarkable speed. She began asking questions about human technology, human society, showing an intense curiosity about her rescuers. The medical team was equally fascinated. Her cellular regeneration, her technological implants, her seemingly endless reservoir of scientific knowledge. Everything about her challenged human understanding of biology and technology. "We need to protect this information," Jay told his senior officers. "If what she says is true, we're looking at a potential galactic event that could change everything we know about space exploration." The medical bay became a center of intense activity. Scientists, medical professionals, and military strategists worked together, trying to understand the magnitude of Hana's discovery. The crystal device continued to reveal its secrets, each new piece of information more shocking than the last. Hana watched them with a mixture of amusement and calculation. She had survived a massive attack, rescued by a species she was studying, and now held information that could potentially save or destroy multiple civilizations. The real journey was just beginning. The communication room of the Horizon transformed into a complex diplomatic battleground. Holographic interfaces flickered with incoming transmissions from multiple alien confederations. Each wanted information about Hana and the mysterious crystal device she carried. Commander Lee looked tired. Diplomatic protocols were never simple, but this situation was extraordinarily complicated. Hana's research had attracted attention from at least 3 major alien political groups, each with their own agenda and potential threat level. The Stellar Confederate Council sent their first transmission within hours of Hana's rescue. Their representative, a tall, blue-skinned diplomat named Korik, demanded immediate transfer of all research materials. His voice carried a subtle threat beneath diplomatic politeness. "The information must be shared," Korik stated. "Planetary security depends on complete transparency." Jay understood the underlying message. This wasn't a request. It was a barely concealed demand. The crystal device contained information that could destabilize entire political systems. Multiple civilizations would see it as a potential weapon or threat. Hana remained calm during these transmissions. She understood the political game better than anyone. Her research was valuable, dangerous, and potentially world-changing. Each alien confederation wanted control, not cooperation. Minji worked continuously, creating complex encryption protocols to protect the data. She knew that simply handing over the information could trigger massive interstellar conflicts. The crystal device was more than just research. It was a potential catalyst for war. Dr. Sung-ho discovered something even more interesting during his continued medical analysis. Hana's implants suggested she was part of a specialized research group designed to gather and protect critical scientific information. She wasn't just a researcher. She was a living data protection system. The human political advisors aboard the Horizon worked around the clock. They understood that first contact scenarios were delicate. One wrong move could transform a potential scientific collaboration into an interstellar incident. Another transmission arrived from the Galactic Research Consortium. They offered massive technological exchanges in return for the research. Their proposal seemed generous, but Jay recognized the underlying manipulation. They wanted control, not genuine cooperation. "We cannot simply surrender the information," Jay told Commander Lee. "The potential consequences are too significant." Hana surprised everyone by presenting her own solution. She proposed a controlled information release, specific data segments that would satisfy diplomatic requirements without compromising the entire research. Her strategic thinking impressed the human command team. The crystal device itself became a point of intense negotiation. Multiple scanning attempts by various groups revealed its complexity. It wasn't just a data storage unit. It was an advanced technological artifact with multiple layers of protection. Political tensions increased. The Stellar Confederate Council began sending increasingly aggressive transmissions. Subtle threats, mixed with diplomatic language, suggested potential military intervention if their demands weren't met. Commander Lee understood the game. This was about more than scientific research. This was about controlling potential future technological developments. Whoever gained access to Hana's research would have significant strategic advantages. Hana's background became a critical element of discussions. Her specific research group, her technological implants, her survival skills. Everything suggested she was more than a simple researcher. She was a carefully prepared scientific operative. The human team realized they were now guardians of information that could potentially reshape galactic political structures. The rescue had transformed from a simple mission to a complex diplomatic challenge. "We need a strategy," Jay told his team. "Something that protects the information and ensures our own planetary security." Hana watched the diplomatic maneuvering with a slight smile. She had survived an attack that destroyed her entire research team. Now she was using her intelligence to navigate an equally dangerous political landscape. The Horizon became the most watched ship in current space exploration. Every move, every transmission was analyzed, scrutinized by multiple alien political groups. The crystal device represented more than research. It represented potential future power. As diplomatic tensions increased, one thing became clear. The real battle was just beginning, and the stakes were far higher than anyone initially understood. The Galactic Council chamber buzzed with tension. Representatives from multiple alien civilizations sat in a circular arrangement, their eyes fixed on Jay and Hana. This was more than a presentation. This was a potential turning point in interstellar relations. Hana stood confidently, her technological implants subtly glowing beneath her skin. The crystal device projected holographic data that filled the massive chamber with complex star maps and migration patterns. Each projection revealed something extraordinary, a massive cosmic event that threatened multiple civilizations. The migration patterns suggest a convergence, Hana explained. Her voice was calm, scientific, without emotion. Something is moving through our galaxy, not a single entity, but a systematic transformation of spatial structures. The human delegation watched carefully. Jay understood that this moment could change everything. One presentation could transform humanity's position in the galactic community from an unknown species to a critical partner. Alien representatives from different confederations listened intensely. The Stellar Research Consortium, initially hostile, now looked fascinated. The data Hana presented challenged everything they understood about cosmic migrations. Minji had spent weeks helping Hana prepare the presentation. Complex translation algorithms ensured that scientific concepts could be understood across multiple linguistic and technological barriers. Each word was carefully chosen, each projection meticulously designed. Dr. Sung Ho's medical research played a crucial supporting role. His analysis of Hana's unique biological structure provided additional scientific credibility. Her body itself was living proof of advanced technological integration, a bridge between biological and technological evolution. The presentation revealed a shocking possibility. Multiple civilizations were unknowingly moving towards a massive cosmic restructuring. The migration pattern suggested not just movement, but a fundamental reorganization of spatial structures. "We are not talking about a simple migration," Hana stated. "We are discussing a potential complete reorganization of known space." Alien representatives began asking questions. Their initial hostility transformed into genuine scientific curiosity. The human-alien research team demonstrated something unprecedented, true collaborative scientific exploration. Jay recognized the diplomatic opportunity. This wasn't just a scientific presentation. This was a chance to establish humanity as a serious, responsible, space-exploring civilization. Every word, every projection was carefully calculated. The crystal device continued projecting information. Star systems that were believed to be static were actually part of a massive, slow-moving cosmic dance. Civilizations that thought themselves isolated were actually part of a complex, interconnected network. Political representatives from different alien confederations began discussing collaboration. The initial territorial tensions started dissolving, replaced by a shared understanding of a greater cosmic challenge. Hana's research suggested that survival would depend on cooperation, not competition. Her migration patterns showed that isolated civilizations would be vulnerable. Only through shared knowledge could potential cosmic threats be understood and potentially mitigated. The human delegation watched in amazement. What had started as a simple rescue mission had transformed into a potential game-changing scientific collaboration. Hana, once a survivor of a destroyed research vessel, was now at the center of a galactic discussion. Commander Lee understood the strategic importance. This presentation positioned humanity not as a junior species, but as a potentially critical partner in galactic research and exploration. As the presentation concluded, something unprecedented happened. Representatives from multiple alien confederations approached Jay and Hana, not with hostility but with genuine scientific curiosity. "We need to collaborate," said Korik, the blue-skinned diplomat who had initially demanded the research. "Your findings change everything we understand about cosmic migrations." Hana looked at Jay, a subtle smile crossing her face. Their rescue mission had become something much larger, a potential turning point in interstellar relations. The Galactic Council chamber, once filled with tension, now hummed with possibility. Humanity had just taken its first serious step into a larger, more complex cosmic community. The real journey was just beginning.